All right. There we go. Okay. Hello. I haven't really put much forethought into this. So I'll just break it down. I'm going to try and go over everything someone would need to know about the game in this stream. And this is going to be put up afterwards for everyone to see and learn from. So that's how we're going to do this. Turn that all the way down. No, wait, I wanted to chat. Damn it. How do I get there? That. First. Yeah. Not top chat. Live chat. All messages. There we go. Okay. So yes. That is the stated goal of this stream. Is to go over everything one would need to know about the game. First things first, it's worth mentioning that despite what I show in my videos, if you're new to the game, you shouldn't play on Monsoon. I also wouldn't recommend playing on Drizzle for new players. This is the thing. It says reduce the difficulty for players new to the game. I genuinely think for your first time playing, everyone should be playing on Rainstorm. Again, the way the game is meant to be played. You know? It's pretty simple. Now, of course, as you play, you're going to unlock more and more abilities and survivors. I have everything unlocked in this save, so here's what I'm going to do. For this stream, I'm going to make a new profile. And with this, I have nothing unlocked. You can use it at any time if you want to go back through and unlock everything. So with this, absolutely nothing done. Absolutely nothing. I have none of the characters, none of the items, none of that unlocked. So this will give you more of an idea of what it's like to go through the game for your first time. What did I miss? What did I miss? I didn't miss anything. That. Seriously? Whatever. Okay. So that out of the way, take a look back at this. Oh, look, there's nothing. I can play Commando or Huntress. That's it. Now, it used to be you had to unlock Huntress, but her unlock requirements have been replaced by Bandit. So you now get Huntress to start, and you have to unlock Bandit. I'm going to play as Commando, because I think new players should play as Commando. It's very simple, very easy to do. If you have a mouse with multiple buttons on it, I'd recommend mapping... Okay, I have to redo that. Nice. Yeah, so here's what I recommend doing. For all of your abilities, map them to your mouse. So utility, I have M5, and special, I have M4. It's very easy to just get it all done right there without having to scramble for the keyboard. I forgot to change the sprint. Yeah, remember to do that as well. Sprint should never be control in any game. That's a horrible idea. Tab, interact, jump. Okay, I actually have it right now. There we go, okay. So Commando is very simplistic. He's not too far removed from how he was in the first game, so it should be very easy for new players to just jump into and get a hold of. Get the hang of, I should say. Now, I'm not going to go over all the basics of the game in this, because that would just be a waste of time. A lot of this game will be explained to you, like, in your first run. It'll explain how the difficulty works. It's always increasing in difficulty as the game goes on. Stuff like that. It doesn't take a genius to understand. Yeah, see there? I will explain some of the more... I don't want to say obscure, but just less developed or less explained concepts. I changed the color of your campfire. Fuck you, Gage. I'll say one thing. If you look up where it says easy up there, the lines on the bars, those represent the current, I guess you'd call it difficulty level. It's over there under stage, you see stage 1, level 1. That level is separate from the stage. Every time the marker up there passes over one of those bars, the game increases in level, meaning the enemies all gain increased health, damage, and all that. Their stats increase. And it also increases the pool that the game... Okay. It increases the pool for the difficulty of enemies that the game can draw from. So on early difficulties, early level, it's not going to spawn in very tough enemies. It has a limited pool, basically like a resource the game draws from in order to spawn enemies, each enemy given a value. So say a Lemurian, the Geckos, have a value of 2, and a Beetle and a Wisp have a value of 1, and your current level has a pool to draw from of 10. It could spawn 5 Beetles, 5 Wisps, 3 Geckos, and 2 Beetles, and 2 Wisps, etc., etc. So it cannot spawn enemies that cannot be drawn from that pool. If the enemy is too valuable to be drawn from the pool, then it will not spawn. But, as I said, as the level increases, that pool increases. So it doesn't matter what stage you're on, really. It just matters the level. So I could stay here on the first stage for maybe like an hour, and I'll start seeing very high-level enemies start spawning in. By the same logic, you could burn through the game really quickly, try and speedrun it, get to stage 5 before the level can get too high, and you probably won't be seeing too many high-level enemies. But it's worth noting that every time you complete a stage, every time you finish the teleport event and go to the next stage, the level will jump forwards. So it's not entirely bound to the time. Keep that in mind. Quick mod. Overloading worms. Yeah. I think the overloading worm has the highest value of any enemy in the game. Besides maybe elite bosses, but I still think the overloading worm is the most expensive. It is a very dangerous enemy, after all. So yes, I'm killing Geckos, the Lemurians, the Beetles, the Wisps, all that. These are all things you're going to see on the first few stages. And as you progress to new stages, you're going to unlock different... Well, you're going to encounter more enemies. And all the enemies, for the most part, act differently. They have different mechanics, different abilities that they all utilize in different ways. So it's important to learn your enemies. Know your enemy. One of the quintessential rules of war. But this isn't so much a war as it is survival. So do not be afraid to do whatever it takes to survive. The game's not going to take mercy on you, so you have to do whatever it takes. So say you're charging the teleporter, and your health is just dropping, you're getting chewed up. Don't be afraid to run out of the teleporter. Don't be afraid to... If you can, don't be afraid to get all the way up on the border of the map, away from where enemies can even spawn, and just take a moment to catch your breath. Don't be afraid to do that. All that matters is that you survive. It doesn't matter how you do it. Is a technically... Yeah, technically it is. Technically it's just an overloading magma worm, but it really is its own thing. Though I do appreciate how it works like that, so you can't get a blazing overloading worm. That would be horrifying. Yeah. And it should go without saying that items are the most important thing for you to be, doing during the game. You should be gathering items at all times. And this is where I'm going to say, despite the game saying, oh, you should play fast, constantly be moving, constantly trying to get through the stages, just go as quick as possible, I don't recommend that at all. It is very realistic that if you speed run through the game and get to like stage 5 in about 10 minutes, you'll reach the point where you'll be facing stage 5 enemies with the equivalent of maybe like 10 items max. If you don't take the time to pick up items, you will die. Your survival is entirely based upon you getting items. Because they each have very powerful abilities that will make it easier to survive. So, don't be intimidated by the timer. Don't be intimidated by the level of the stage or whatever. Just make sure you get items. Now, you don't have to pick up every single thing. But you should be trying to get as many items as possible. Item was run. No. Not as Commando. Not with a base loadout. I might do that. Also, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to try and get as much done with this run as possible. I'm going to try and unlock as many things as possible. Try and, do all that. So, as you can see from the challenges, there are a bunch of as you play the game and do different things, you'll unlock challenges and get achievements. And these unlock new items, new characters, new abilities, all that good stuff. Some are incredibly easy. For instance, I just unlocked the armor-piercing rounds. You get that just from completing a teleporter event. It's probably one of the easiest challenges in the game. But some are very difficult and very obscure. Don't expect to find everything on your own. While I do recommend trying to find everything on your own and just exploring and experimenting, there really is no shame in looking up how to unlock stuff. Because some stuff in this game is very obscure or just very cruel. For example, a secret challenge on this map, which is to open up that door down there. I will explain this right now. Somewhere on this map, there are 2 different pressure plates sitting on the ground. In order to open that gate, you have to find both pressure plates and weigh them down. It's very easy to do in multiplayer when you have someone you can coordinate with. Not so much in single player. It's obvious that in single player it was designed to be done playing as the engineer, where you can just plop down a turret. Fuck me. Plop down a turret, and then you personally can stand on the other one to unlock it. But it's not impossible to do it as other characters, as I will attempt to demonstrate. But I've tried this before and gotten very frustrated with it and given up, so don't bet on me getting it done. Oh, get that. Let me think. What are some other things one should keep in mind? Here's something the game's not going to tell you. Speed items are essential. So the energy drink and Paul's goat hoof, get them. Any chance you get, pick them up. I don't care if it's in a multi-shop terminal with Lensmaker's glasses and Soldier syringe. Get the speed item. It is direly important to be fast. Because if you're not fast, you're dead. That, or like me, you'll just get fucking sick of trying to walk around these massive maps. Slow as hell. You'll get sick of it, you'll get bored, you'll just want to stop playing. Get speed items. However, most times you're going to get items, you have literally no input on what item you get. The multi-shop terminals are a bit uncommon, and 3D printers are even less common. Now, they have tried to rectify this and give the player more input on what items they can pick up by adding the scrappers, where you can put in any item of your choice that you have, and it'll replace it with scrap that is then prioritized in 3D printers. A 3D printer functions by you put in an item, and a random item, and you get out the item specifically in that 3D printer. So it's not like a roulette wheel or anything, where you put in an item, you get out a random item. It'll take a random item from your inventory and replace it with the specific item in the printer. If you have item scrap from the scrapper, it will prioritize that first. So, in theory, you could use a scrapper and a 3D printer of an item you do want to really refine your current build. It's not likely to happen, but it's possible. Excuse you, Mr. Beetle. Excuse you. I see, I've been told before that I spend way too much time on stages, just, running around looking for items. I should be moving quickly. Especially for the is best videos that I do, which are on Monsoon difficulty. I don't care. I really don't. And you shouldn't either. The game's meant to have fun. I'm not the kind of person that has fun speedrunning. Okay, for example, 3D printer. If I use this, it'll take a random white item, like Soldier Syringe, Monster Tooth, etc., and replace it with the item you see here, which is the Repulsion Armor Plate. I don't want one of those, so we're going to ignore it. But that's really, between that and multi-shop terminals, is the only real influence you have over what items you get and your build in general. So be on the lookout for it. It can be very helpful if you're getting really crap items all throughout your playthrough, all throughout your run, and then you find a really good a really good 3D printer and an item scrapper not too far away from each other, you can iron out your build. Get rid of the items you don't need, replace them with items you do need. Take advantage of those situations. Because, as I said, they're rare. If you don't take advantage of it, you're left with the random crap the game gives you. Pick these up. The monster logs, which I've picked up 2 of now, unlock the entries for the item related to the monster log you picked up in your logbook. For instance, I just picked up the one for the lesser wisps. So now I can go into the logbook and find all about these enemies, the lesser wisps. I can see their exact stats, how much health they have, how much damage they do, how many times I've killed them, how many elites of them I've killed, and how many times they've killed me. It's fairly useful to have. It lets you pick out which enemies in specific have been giving you the hardest time. Ooh, coin. And also, learn which ones are more dangerous than others. If you see an enemy with very high damage, very high health, it's safe to assume that that's the more dangerous one. I haven't seen a single pressure plate. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get this one. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to open that on this run. That's okay. Another thing to know is a lot of the stages, a lot of bits of the stages, like the actual placement of different things on the stages, are randomly spawned. Like, for example, I can't really show it with all these beetles here. Excuse you. Jesus. Okay, for example, it may happen that there's a bridge leading from this center bit of land here across to there, or over there, or even on this side over to there. Now, it did spawn this time. You can see the bridge there. But it's not set in stone. Things like that will vary every time you play a stage. So, it's best to rely on, if you're mapping the stages out in your head based on items or, structures in it, it's best to go for the biggest structures. Don't say like, oh, it's over by the bridge, because then, well, what bridge? For instance, this big aqueduct here is always here. So, it's best to learn your way around the stages through the most notable of structures. But play the game enough times, you'll see all the different random changes the game will make. So, it's really just a matter of repetition and eventually getting it down. And at the same time, there are several different potential maps for each stage number. There's 2 different maps for stage 1. There's Titanic Plains and Distant Roost, each of which have 2 entirely different maps based around the same sort of design. So it's not like how random bits of structures will, be randomized every time you play it. They are actual full different maps under the same name that look pretty much similar. For stage 2, there's 2 different maps. Wait. Yeah, there's 2 different maps. Stage 3, there's 3. Or, I should probably name them. Stage 2 is Abandoned Aqueduct and... not Sundered Grove, damn it. Marsh something. It's my least favorite map. I don't remember it in the slightest. I hate that fucking map. Stage 3, there's Rally Point Delta, the one we're currently on. There's Scorched Acres, and... stay back. Scorched Acres and... Scorched Acres, Rally Point Delta. I think Stage 3 only has 2 maps. Yeah, and then Stage 4, there's Siren's Call, Hell, I don't remember its actual name, and Sundered Grove. And then for Stage 5, there's 1 map, which is Sky Meadow. Hello. Oh, here's something else to mention. For your first run, your first loop, as it is, there are certain enemies that only spawn either on a specific stage number or a specific stage map. And then they will spawn on subsequent stages depending on if you loop or not. So for instance, these bighorn bison they're not going to follow me to stage 4. But if I loop, then they will start spawning regularly. Enemies like the Lemurians, the Geckos, like the one I just killed, those will spawn on any map. Same with these imps, but only after certain stages. Only after stage 3 will they start to spawn. But then they'll show up everywhere. Golems, they'll spawn anywhere. There's not very many enemies that spawn on specific maps, but it's worth it to figure out which ones do ever spawn on their specified map. Let's see. There's a chest. It's also worth knowing how to ping It is bound to M3 by default, clicking the mouse wheel, and it lets you point things out from afar so you can get a better look at it. So it lets you target places you want to move to, enemies you want to attack, and also names the enemy. It'll target chests and tell you the price of them from far away. It's useful to know for if you think you see something off in the distance, but you're not sure of what it is. So, for example, I don't have anything to use as an example. It's also good for if you find the teleporter but don't want to forget where it is. It'll stay marked, and you can see, no matter which way I'm facing, you can see the indicator pointing what direction it's in. Very good to know. But of course, I have an immaculate sense of direction, so I never get lost. That's not hollow gloating, that is true. I've never gotten lost. I don't know. Not trying to show off, just mentioning something about myself, I guess. Why don't you mention something about yours? No, I'm not gonna do that. Equipment barrel. Come on, something good. Something good. Jade elephant, not good. Oh boy, these chests. Yes, missile launcher. Yeah, so like I was saying about learning your enemies, I hate imps. I fucking hate imps. They're awful and I hate them. Every time I try and hit them with a big attack, they just blink away. I hate them so much. See, I haven't seen any drones. I wanna find a drone so I can talk about them. Because it doesn't do much to talk about something without showing it. Hold on. Small geographic ranges. Okay.
Guess it's harmless. Just chill.
I guess.
Y'all told me there was a snag on the front porch. I go out there and it's like this big. I'm like,
Oh, little baby snake. Sorry, that was a weird distraction. Let's go with that. Oh, there's another thing. Healing items. It's best to learn which ones are the healing items. You're gonna need healing items. I didn't pick up a healing item because I'm stupid. Excuse you. I guess I could talk more about specific enemies. For instance, these are bighorn bison. They charge at you. If they hit you, they deal a fair amount of damage. And they're quite dangerous because they're very tanky. But what's good to know about them is if you can get them to charge into a solid object, like a wall, they will damage themselves and become stunned for a second, making them easier to target. So as I said, it's useful to learn your enemy. Oh look, the thing I already have. Sure, I'll replace it. Here's the one thing you should hurry up for. But that's beside the point. Yeah, so I guess in this portion I'll just talk about specific enemies. As I said, there's the Bighorn Bison. They're really not that much of a threat. Now, of course, this guy's a threat, but that's only because he's an elite. Lemurians are probably the most common enemy you'll see in this game. They're not that dangerous on their own. They're more dangerous either in a swarm or when, like attacking you when you're distracted. So, for example, I'm currently distracted with the boss. Now is a perfect time for Geckos to start spitting at me. Same with wisps. Not that dangerous on their own. Shooting them will stun them and prevent them from hitting you. So if they take any damage, they become stunned. If one's charging up to shoot you, just hit it. It doesn't matter if you kill it, just hit it and it'll stop. Yeah, geckos are more dangerous. They're more dangerous up close than far away, really. Because their little spit attack isn't that much to worry about unless it's an elite. But saying, oh, it's not dangerous unless it's an elite isn't much of a modifier because everything's dangerous as an elite. These big chunky guys are stone golems. Very slow, very tanky. Not the tankiest thing. Their major attack is this charge-up laser beam that you can very clearly tell from the bright red laser honing in on you. You don't want to get hit by their laser. It deals a lot of damage. But like I said, they're slow. They're not that bright. It's not that hard to just run out of their laser's tracking. Oh boy, Sundered Grove. Here we go. So they're not that much of a threat. These guys, on the other hand, are. Oh. Yeah, elites. These are greater wisps. Big brother to the lesser wisps I mentioned previously. I'll talk about you in a minute, Jellyfish. Don't interrupt me. Yes, he charging up his laser. He missed. It's that easy to avoid. Greater wisps are a bit harder to avoid. They're a giant mask with two big hands. And when they attack, in each hand they charge up a big bomb attack that they fling at you. They're a bit harder to just sidestep, because if you go to the right, you'll just get hit by the right hand. If you go to the left, you'll just get hit by the left hand. They're a bit trickier to dodge. But, again, with all things, practice makes perfect. These are mushrooms, and I fucking hate them. They're absolute bullshit cheaters that are just here to ruin your day. There is nothing good about them. They are not based, they are not keck, they are cringe. But in all seriousness, they have no close range attack whatsoever. If you get close to them, there's nothing they can do. They're not going to headbutt you or anything. What they do is they launch mortar-type attacks at you that leave these pools of damage like that around. The moment they spawn, the moment that projectile hits the ground, it will start dealing damage to you if you're standing in it. If you're standing in it, not only will it deal damage, it'll also slow you down to make it harder to get out. And it deals a lot of damage. It's no small amount. So basically, the best way to get around them is to just constantly be paranoid that they're around somewhere, watching you, waiting for a moment of weakness so they can bomb you. I hate them. They wouldn't be so bad if there was like a brief grace period after their projectile lands before it starts to deal damage. I shouldn't have to be paying attention to every single enemy on the map constantly in order to avoid dying. Like, for instance, Hermit Crabs, which are another long-range mortar-type enemy. Nowhere near as an omnipresent threat as mushrooms. They're still damaging. They can still kill you. But they're nowhere near as big a problem. God, rose bucklers. Now, I'm not gonna say that there are certain challenges you need to complete I don't think there's any one particular item in the game that is necessary under any circumstances. But every item in the game is very good. Like, for instance, one I just got, Theo's Best Friend, which you get for staying alive for 30 minutes straight. That one is probably the objectively best item you could get, because what it does is it gives you an extra life. Here's a drone. Drones are a bit handy to have. Really, the most useful feature is just taking attention away from you, which is invaluable. Depending on which item or which type of drone you get, they have different effects. There are gunner drones, which have a low damage but consecutive sort of automatic attack. There are missile drones, which fire more infrequently but deal more damage. There are healing drones, which, as the name would suggest, heal you. There are incinerator drones, which are very close range, very high damage attacks. There are emergency drones, which are just healing drone Mark II, pretty much. They have a more powerful heal. And then there's the TC-280 prototype, or as I like to call it, Drone God. And I call it Drone God because it's amazing. Now, here's something you need to know about this map. The fungus is not required, Gage, shut up. Okay, so if you're playing on Sundered Grove and you see these pink glowing mushrooms, that means there's a legendary chest nearby. The legendary chest, as the name implies, spawns, well, actually, they're called rare items, which is weird. Yeah, the red items are rare quality, not legendary. White is common, green is uncommon, red is rare, blue is lunar, orange is equipment, and yellow is boss. Those are the different item qualities. Legendary items always spawn a red item, or legendary chests always spawn a red item. But, because of that, they're insanely expensive. That one was around $38, nearly $4,000. $3,800, $4,000. I'm going to have to kill a lot of stuff in order to afford that. Really, I'm not going to say you should always go for them. On early stages, that is. On late stages, where you're just racking up tons of cash constantly, yeah, you should. You definitely should. But on earlier stages, it's really not worth investing the extra 10 minutes into a stage just to save up enough for it. Because it always comes with a chance that you're not going to get a particularly useful red item. Like, you may get the headset, which is terrible. So really, it's not that great. If you do end up getting enough for it, definitely open it. There's no reason not to. It's a not free, but it's a guaranteed red item. The best items in the game. So you definitely should get them when you can, but you shouldn't go out of your way to get them, is what I'm trying to say. Now, on this map, Sundered Grove, you can tell where it is by the bright pink glowing fungus. On... what is that damn thing called? Something Depths. I can't remember for the life of me. Hell. I'm just going to call it Hell, because that's what I've always called it. In Hell, it has one static spawn that is always located at. It's very easy to find. And on the other 4th stage, you don't get a legendary chest. What you get is a hidden boss, where once you defeat it, you then get the red item. I was really hoping I got that stage, because that's also how you unlock Loader. But oh well. I'm also planning on looping. Abyssal Depths. That's it. Thank you, Gage. Abyssal Depths. I just call it Hell. That's what I've always called it. That's a big gecko. We're leaving. Don't insult the headset. I will insult the headset. It's not that good. Why would I get the headset when I could get, like, 3 Hapu feathers and jump a shit ton higher? And its slam attack really doesn't deal that much damage. It's just not that good. Yeah, get used to that. That'll be a very early achievement unlock. Where'd I put my teleporter? There it is. You wish. You just like to play devil's advocate, admit it. You're out there giving a lap dance to Satan. Like little Naziks. Oh yeah, these are Stone Titans, the big brothers of Stone Golems. Like their little brothers, they also have the red laser beam attack, but instead of being one quick burst, it's a continuous beam. They also summon these clouds of whatever that is, just rocks that launch attacks at you. The key to fighting a Stone Titan is to remain mobile. Don't get caught in the beam, don't step in the red circles, and don't get hit by its little sentry rock, that, which it just spawned in. And you can tell a Stone Titan's charge attack from a Stone Golem's charge attack by the size of the beam. Why do I keep getting rose bucklers? This is ridiculous. Yeah, well, I did say that not every, or rather, there's not any one objective, like, oh, you need to have this, it's a game changer item. I feel like you could easily clear runs with any collection of items. There are some that are definitely less effective than others. Just because there's not any single one that is better than all the others doesn't mean there aren't some that are indeed better than others. I couldn't tell you which one is best, I could tell you which ones are good. That's what I mean. Am I going to make a tier list of the items? Maybe. Do I feel they really need one? No. But, I don't know, maybe, if that's something people would want to see. That's a grandparent! They're freaky and I don't like them. Those big orbs they shoot at you will have a center of gravity in the middle that will drag you along with it. So if I were to jump, as you can see, it's pulling that drone along. Again, really just stay mobile. Look, that's a parent! The smaller little brother of the grandparents. They teleport around and try to hit you. The key to fighting them is to stay mobile. Have you caught the trend of what I'm trying to tell you yet? There's a reason I said speed items are essential. Yeah, there's no one item that's essential, but there's definitely classifications of items that are essential. Get speed increase items at all costs. Most enemies in this game, you want to stay mobile while fighting. Because getting hit means getting hurt, and getting hurt shortens your lifespan. Crap. Also, watch where you're stepping. You can't die from fall damage in this game. Fall damage is non-lethal. But it can knock you down to 1 HP, which is not something you want to happen to you while you're fighting enemies. You understand? Yeah, so just for example, I'm getting dragged away. I'm getting taken to Brazil at the moment. You don't want to go to Brazil. Get out of these attacks if you can. I hate overloading enemies because I have to devote myself to fighting them, because if I back off, they'll get their shields back and undo all the damage I did. The child. Is there a child enemy in the first game? Oh, another shekel for me. I'm just gonna drop that there. I think that'll make things easier. Yeah, just don't get hit. That's my biggest advice for players. Don't get hit. It should go without saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Don't get hit. It is imperative. Focusing on healing won't do much for enemies that can literally one-shot you. Your healing rate isn't going to bring you above, -1. So while, yes, it is important to have healing items, speed is more essential. It's better to not get hit by attacks at all than it is to heal from getting hit. Would you rather put on a Band-Aid? Would you rather put a Band-Aid over a cut or have not gotten cut at all? Yeah, see, I'm going to Brazil. There's nothing I can do. Just don't get hit. Just don't get in those. Those attacks don't actually deal any damage, but they can throw you off. Oh, hello. Hey! Yeah, here's another good item. Hardlight Afterburner. As I said, mobility is essential, so having more uses of your mobility skill is definitely good. Also, what's funny about the grandparent is he likes to hurt other people. Except his parents, his kids, because, of course. He's more of a soccer mom than anything. Soccer grandma. That's what he is. He's a soccer grandmother. I'm not really doing much to him. But that's the thing, Commando. You just gotta dedicate yourself. Stick to it. Spawns on stage 2 meadow, same as the 5th, and square 2, which is just a player hide parent that teleports and shoots projectiles on a single meadow. Ah, so child, parent, grandparent. Gotcha. Too much HP to be one shot. You say that. Again, the information I'm handing out isn't for seasoned players like us, Gage. It's for new players. Or just people that don't know all the ins and outs of the game like we do. Now, I don't think I'm going to show off the artifacts. Not on this loop, because I'm not that juiced up. I will show off these. Lunar pods. These randomly spawn lunar items. These are very hit and miss. They usually come with very powerful buffs and very crippling debuffs as well. For instance, that one that I just passed up on is Shaped Glass. Doubles your damage, halves your max HP. Yeah. I'll pass. Though really, players will find their own favorite items. Some people will be very good with the game and always pick up Razor Wire because they don't have to worry about getting hit. They just like the double damage. That's fine. Go right ahead. I'm not going to stop you. But the information I'm giving out is just more or less guidelines to base your preferences off of. I'm not going to tell you objectively good or bad items. For the most part. I'm not going to tell you, what you should and should not pick up. I'm just going to give you advice. What my advice is for these items. How dare you say that to me, Gage? You can't say that without also putting on the fucking outfit. So you're not gonna say it again. Yeah, there you go. I would read what Gage is saying in the live chat for our future viewers, but that would involve reading the things that Gage says, so I'm not doing that. Let's see. Have I gotten everything? Maybe. Ooh. Another Hapu Feather. Gives you an additional jump. I now have 4 jumps. Razor Wire. Deals damage when you take damage. Okay, here's the Primordial Teleporter. Spawns only on stage 5. In its current state, like this, it will send us to the moon. We don't want to go there. The moon is where the final boss, Mithrix, is. But we are going to loop. You'll see what that means in a moment. God damn it. I don't want to see you rock. You just gotta deal with the grandparent here. Jesus, yeah, mushrooms. Fun times. I was doing this big fuck off attack. Oh, hello, I didn't see you all there. Yeah, never mind, Grandpa, he's just summoning the power of the sun. To quote, like we did on the Japanese. Thank you, Grandpa. Very cool. Take your pills. Go lie down. No, I don't want to see your rock collection, Grandpa. Go lie down. Grandpa, no. Grandpa, put the sun away. Grandpa, no. Alright, Old War Stealth Kit. Turn invisible when you reach low damage or low health. Very useful. Heartily recommended. Alright, time to loop. What does it mean to loop? Why, I'll show you. Oh, cool. That achievement, that challenge, is a reference to, I think, the original Kickstarter for Risk of Rain 1 and how much damage they raised. And behold, we have looped back to stage 1. Well, rather, you know, the map for stage 1. First stage. Except, we're on stage 7. God, I hate Malachite enemies. These guys are the worst. In theory, what they do is whenever their attacks hit you, it prevents you from healing for a few seconds. In actuality, they one-shot you. If you see a Malachite enemy, focus it down immediately. It is direly important that these things die first and foremost. But it's also quite difficult to do because they have fuck tons of health. Yeah, elite balancing is out of whack. It's awful. What's the point of preventing you from healing if they instantly kill you? This is why I say you should focus elite enemies. Because they are fucking terrible. Not all of them. Just Malachite and Perfected. But we're not going to see Perfected. Not for a while, at least. For now, we're dealing with new ones. Celestine and Malachite. Celestine is the one I'm currently shooting at. This bubble around it, enemies within that bubble are invisible. They don't get any bonuses, they don't get any like damage buffs, you know, it's not that crazy, but having enemies you can't see What? How do you react to something you can't see? How do you fight something you can't see? You can't. They're actually pretty good. I like the design on them. Malachite enemies can fuck right off. Yeah, I guess I can talk about Jellyfish, since I was just running from fear from one of them. Running it in fear. Jellyfish, they have no attacks. They float towards you and they explode. They're suicide bomber enemies, like the Boomer from Left 4 Dead. They're not that dangerous. They do deal a fair amount of damage, but if you're paying attention, they're easy to see coming. Again, they're an enemy that kind of requires your attention. But if you actually give them your attention, it's not much to worry about. See, I see these guys coming. Basically, think of them like gators. If you see them, they're harmless. They're ambush predators. So just stay away from them. It's your best bet. Or you could just gun them down. But really, it's better to just keep an eye on them, get out of the way when they start to burst, and just focus on something else. Because there are most definitely more important things that need your attention at any given moment than a jellyfish. More geckos. Yeah, a gecko's more important to focus on than a jellyfish. Don't worry about them. Here's an interesting 3D printer. This is a boss item 3D printer, also known as an overgrown 3D printer. This will take boss items and replace them with the given boss item in it. However, boss items aren't that common. You're less likely to get a boss item in a run than you are to get a red item. However, boss items are just really fucking powerful. But, as the name might imply, they only spawn from specific bosses. There's one for the Stone Golem, the Wandering Vagrant, the Soulless Control Unit, the Grandparent, the Imp Overlord, the Grove Tender... What am I missing? Magma Worm and Overloading Worm. I think that's all of them. I might be missing one. I think I am missing one. Let me know if I am. Where'd I park my teleporter? That's right, it's over there. Oh, hey, I can show you Hermit Crabs. These are Hermit Crabs, or as I like to call them, mortars. They suck. They're awful. Ooh, but since we're on this stage, I can show you how to get a special achievement. They are long-range enemies, and they run away from you in close combat. So you can do that. Bye-bye, Mr. Hermit Crab. Yeah, you can just chase them off the map. They're absolute pushovers. Don't get hit, don't get hit, don't get hit, don't get hit, don't get hit! Okay, maybe I need to do some cleaning. Give me a moment. Right, with that out of the way... Damn it! Missile launcher. Yeah, that paid off, actually. Last stream did. Did you get... Say that last stream did. Yeah, I did. That was extreme luck. I did get the Titanic Neural, the Stone Golems, or Stone Titans boss item back to back. But don't count on that happening to you. I just got very fucking lucky. I honestly couldn't tell you what... Oh, hello. Yeah, there's... All boss items are good. They're all very powerful, very beneficial to pick up. Which is unsurprising, given their rarity. They are indeed technically more rare than the rare items. Because again, only from specific bosses do they spawn. And that doesn't mean if you find a boss that has just randomly spawned on a map as a common enemy, it'll drop it. It won't. Only if it's the teleporter boss. So, for example, I was fighting grandparents earlier, just on the map. They didn't drop their boss item because they weren't the teleporter boss. That's how that works. They have to be the boss for the teleporter event in order to drop any item, let alone their boss item. Now, back in the day, back in Risk Rain 1, bosses would just drop items, regardless if they were the teleporter boss or not, which was cool. I can't say, you know, it's something they need to add back in. I mean, it was nice to have, but I wouldn't say it's necessary for this game. Alright, finish the teleport event. While I'm here, I could chase some more Hermit Crabs if any are spawned. Excuse you? Oh, I've got something else I want to explain. I'll wait until next stage. Oh, the urn from the Dune Strider. Yeah, I forgot that one, and I forgot the Queen's Gland from the Beetle Queen. And oh, and the Halcyon Seed from Aurelia Knight, but he's even more rare. So I missed 3. My bad. Time to break out the comically large water bottle. Okay. If you'll see on my health bar that those stripes down there at the base of it, that is your one-shot protection. Meaning, at full health, no single attack, no damage from any single ability from an enemy can lower you beneath that that bar. One-shot protection. Game didn't always have that, and you would actually get one-shot. Very fucking often. In fact, even with one-shot protection, it doesn't really protect you from being one-shot. Because more often than not, what will happen is a really big attack will hit... Also, I'll show you a secret. A really big attack will hit you, knock you down to that amount of health, but then something else will follow up and hit you and kill you. Behold. Cool, ain't it? Gonna write this down. Circle, circle, circle. Square, triangle, square. Circle, triangle, circle. Remember that. And we're gonna blow that skeleton, and we're gonna... Jesus! Okay. Yeah, I remember it's a Solus. I like that item. Something else? Jesus. The game doesn't explain that really isn't necessary to know, but is very cool that the game does, is when you're playing multiplayer, it will sum up all the different challenges, all the different items unlocked by the players in the lobby. So let's say I unlock half of all the challenges, half of all the items and their challenges in the game, and I play co-op with someone who has gotten the other half. In normal play, he wouldn't have access to the items I've unlocked, nor would I have access to his. But in co-op, it sums them both together, so we both, playing together, have access to all the items. And if I have none of them unlocked, but the guy I'm playing with has all of them unlocked, then all of them are unlocked for that session. But the only way you're going to keep those items in your own gameplay is if you manage to complete the challenges in that session. You know what I mean? But it's cool. It kind of incentivizes old players to help new players. Because then you can show off all the items that you unlocked, and it can tempt new players into trying their best to complete the challenges. That's a good system. I heartily approve of it. Good on ya, Hoppo. Get another. Whatever. I just realized I don't think I have any glasses. Damn, I fucked up. Also, here's a little tip. Chests will spawn under the water. It's kind of hard to see them from a distance, but if you pan your camera down, you can see clearly under the water. I do this all the fucking time. I cannot recommend it enough. Let's play this grand one. I really don't want to bust out the virtual LAN again for that, but maybe. I have been meaning to go back and try Risk Grand 1 again sometime. Yeah, okay, here's an item scrapper. I'll demonstrate its ability. So, for instance, Chrono Bobble sucks. So it takes all of the Chrono Bobbles I have, 2 of them, and gives me their equivalent level in scrap. So it gives me green scrap items. Now I can go to a green item 3D printer, and I can get whatever item is in the 3D printer using the scrap. That way I don't risk losing a green item I do want to keep, like for instance my ukuleles, and instead I can just get rid of ones I don't want. That being the Chrono Bobble. Yeah, the Chrono Bobble is a bad item. It's, well, it's mis-tiered. It really should be a white item. All it does is when you hit enemies, you slow them down. Sounds really good and useful. Until you remember the stun grenade exists, which adds a chance for when you hit enemies to completely stun them. Oh, hello. How long have you been sitting back there? Ooh. Is it? No. Crap. Also, yes, I'm just standing and walking around underwater, no problem. Look, you're not playing this game for realism. Oh, nice! I made the boss invisible. Not invincible. God, that'd be awful. Oh, yeah, see, he's not invincible. Just invisible. Trying to remember how to get fireworks. I think it's from using a 3D printer 7 times. I need to find a good 3D printer, like a soldier syringe printer. That'd be amazing. Alright, what do we got? Beetle Queen! Actually, I will tell you, Beetle Queens are very, very commonplace. They often drop their boss item, the Queen's Gland. So if you're going to get any boss item, it's more than likely going to be a Queen's Gland. That is not a disparaging statement, by the way. The Queen's Gland is awesome. It's a very good item. And if we get it, you'll see why. Why don't y'all go party down there with Mama? Oh, I'm over here now. Did we get it? We did not. Oh well. Missile launch is cool. What the Queen's Gland does is, you see this big beetle? The Beetle Guard? It spawns a friendly one of these to help you out. And when I say it spawns a friendly Beetle Guard, I don't mean it'll spawn one and if it dies, it's gone. If it dies, it will almost immediately respawn. It is fresh meat for the grinder. Always, since you pick it up, till the end of your run. It's amazing. Because Beetle Guards don't fuck around. They're powerful enemies, but even more powerful allies. Just don't expect one to 1v1 a boss. By the time it's done dying and respawning, it'd be more like a 1v90. Possibly more. Just fight bosses yourself. Let the Beetle Queen handle the scrubs. Water time. Shit. Back to Rally Point Delta. I really want to go to Scorched Acres. Whatever. Oh, Void Reavers. Here's a fun enemy. Okay. It does not have a close range attack. Its attacks are these little, well, I'll stop stunning it for a second so I can demonstrate. Those. Basically calling in little airstrikes. What it does is it's just a little damage pool that you want to avoid. If it hits you, it'll slow you down, which the debuff can stack. And then when you kill it, don't stand next to it when you kill it. Because everything within radius of that blast you just saw instantly dies when it dies. If it's going out, it's taking everything with it. Stay well away from Void Reavers. I think I demonstrated them in the Huntress video. No, not Huntress, Loader. The tactical suicide enemies. They're really useful if you can position them next to a very dangerous enemy, like a boss. Then you can just use them to instantly kill that enemy. But whatever you do, keep your distance. I'm trying to remember how to unlock the old guillotine. Because there's a useful item. I'm picking up a lot of monster bars. When I first started playing, those were very rare drops. I've picked up 4 so far. 2 in this stage. So, I'm not complaining. Yeah, so this is on Rainstorm, the normal difficulty. I'm still being given a time, you know? I've gotten close to dying several times. If I was any less of a player than I am, I'd most definitely have died by now. So, no, I don't think any less of people for playing on Rainstorm. But I think Drizzle gives the wrong idea. You really should be playing on Rainstorm. Even if it's your very first time playing, play on Rainstorm. As the game says, it's the ideal experience. Don't play on Drizzle. Because it won't prepare you to play on Rainstorm. And especially not Monsoon. But Rainstorm will prepare you for what you'll face on Monsoon. I say this because on Drizzle, it spawns less enemies. That's the wrong way to go about it, if you ask me. Okay, this is a Newt altar. They take lunar coins in order to operate. What happens when you feed it a coin? Oh, you'll see. Now the coins are semi-uncommon drops, but you'll pick up a lot. More of a player, less of a man. Yeah, if you play enough, you'll pick up a good amount of them. Which is good for something I will demonstrate in but a minute or 3. Okay. Yeah, once you get to higher stage numbers, you really don't need to scrounge for chests as often. It becomes less... You've got to be fucking kidding me. Okay, so, run may be over. Holy shit. Oh my god. Okay, Malachite enemies, don't stand near them, because they drop landmines that deal a shit ton of damage. Like, one-shot damage in most cases. Also, their normal attacks for the enemy will also now deal a fuck ton more damage. Like, one-shot levels of damage. And when they die, they drop... Okay, I just... Tactical Suicide, use the Tactical Suicide to finish off that Malachite enemy. Another Hapu Feather. I have 7 jumps. Thank you, but no. Keep your Hapu Feathers. I don't need that many. As it states in the logbook, the Hapus are facing extinction. That's the Celestial Portal. We'll get to that later. We're going through the blue portal. This is what the Newt Altar spawned. This incredibly bright portal. Which takes us to the Bazaar Between Time. And here we find my dearest friend, Gary the Lunar Gecko. He's my friend. Hi, Gary. Don't worry about Gary. Gary's a friend. This is the Artificer. Gary's basically put her in a jar, because Gary's kind of an incel like that. And she costs 10 coins to free. So save up your coins. Here, you get these. The Cauldrons. What these do are... What kind of water do I drink? Purified. What these do, they're kind of like 3D printers. Except, instead of taking one item of the same quality, they take several of the one below it. So, for instance, this takes 3 white items. I will demonstrate. Oh, I took a soldier syringe. Whatever, it's worth it for a ukulele. And now I have a ukulele. So 3 white items make 1 green. 5 green items make 1 red. Shattering Justice isn't really worth it, so we'll come back. Well, I do have those 2 scraps, so we'll use that. And I took some Hapu Feathers, and the ukulele I just got. Great. And here's a display of Lunar Items. I will briefly go over what these ones here do. This is Transcendence. What it does is it converts all of your health, except for 1 single point, into shields. Which is pretty useful, because, say you take a shit ton of damage, and you need to get out. Just get away from the fighting for a few seconds. Don't take any damage for just a few seconds, and it'll all be back. But you no longer benefit from healing, because you only have 1 point of health. And if you lose that point of health, you're dead. So, mixed bag. These are Corpse Bloom. It doubles the amount of healing you receive, but at the same time converts it into healing over time. So, say you get a big burst of healing, like half of your max health worth of healing. That then becomes 100% of your max health worth of healing, but it doesn't come all at once, it comes over time. And this is the Brittle Crown. I'm not a fan. What it does is there's a chance every time you hit an enemy to gain money, but every time you get hit, you lose money. What the fuck are you idiots doing? Do not disturb. Jesus Christ. I'm trying to stream. And then these are the Lunar Seers. These let you pick what stage you want to go to. So here I could go to Abyssal Depths, or... It's on tip my tongue, damn it. Not Sky Meadow. Oh, it's right on the tip of my tongue. Damn it. Or is it Sky Meadow? No, not Sky Meadow. Sky Meadow's Stage 5. Ah, God. I can't remember. Distress Beacon. Anyway. But we're not going to either of those, because I can't afford it. What we are going to do is we're going to drop down the spire and pick up the logbook for the environment. So now there's a logbook entry for this specific stage. But what you're also going to do is we're going to head down this secret tunnel down here. Siren's Call! Thank you! Jesus Christ. We're going to head down here, into the Null Portal. What's in the Null Portal? Probably my death. This is the Void Field. There are 9 different cell vents scattered around that have to be activated in a specific order. When activated, they function like a teleporter. Stay inside the dome to breach the cell. That you see the percentage charging over there. Shit! Once charged, it will release an item for you. It's through doing this, you gain 4 white items, 4 green items, 1 red item from the very last one. With each one of these you open, which one of these you activate, it adds either a new enemy or new items for the enemy. So right now, with the first one, it's mushrooms, which is fucking terrible. So it's only going to spawn mushrooms for me to fight. Which is not good, considering I'm granted a very small playing field here. So having AoE effects that block where I can stand safely is very painful. So I got a stun grenade from that. Now with the second one, they have soldier syringes, so they fire faster. Oh my god. The order for enemies is monster, enemy. So with the first one, it's a monster. Second one, it's an item. Not monster, enemy. Monster, item. So now I've got mushrooms, each one with 5 stacks of soldier syringe. Next vent I open will drop new enemy into the spawn, which will also benefit from soldier syringe. Every enemy that will spawn in the void fields from here until I complete it is going to have soldier syringe. Not good. Very not good. Oh, and don't worry, they don't just get white items either. It's monster, white item, monster, white item, monster, green item, monster, green item, monster, red item. Yeah. And now we've got Elder Geckos with soldier syringe. Yeah, I'm definitely dying. I don't recommend doing the void fields. Period. All you unlock is Acrid. He's not a good character. Fuck you, Gage. I don't enjoy playing Acrid. All you unlock from doing that is Acrid. It's not worth it. But if you're going to do it early. In an early stage. I'm going to play as Huntress. Do it in an early stage and save yourself the pain. Because the earlier you do it, the less powerful enemies it can spawn. I have to get back into playing Huntress with her regular blink ability. Yeah, no, Acrid is not a powerful character. I don't care what anyone says. He sucks. Okay, here we are, Goat Hoof. This is one of the ones I unlocked last run. Move faster. You may be thinking, what's the difference between that and the energy drink? The energy drink makes you sprint faster. Goat Hoof increases your movement speed all around. So you sprint faster and walk faster. One isn't any better than the other. Personally, I'd recommend the energy drink over the Goat Hoof. Just because you don't want to be moving too fast trying to walk because if you're walking, it's clear that you're trying to move very delicately. Whereas if you're sprinting, you just want to go fast. So I'd recommend the energy drink over hoof. But that's not to say you shouldn't pick up the hoof. The hoof is good. Eat your hoofs. They'll grow big and strong. Something else I should talk about. Proc Coefficient. You might be wondering what those words mean. I'll tell you. Proc Coefficient is the chance of something activating. So the chance, the coefficient of it activating, of it proccing. Now you may wonder what that has to do with anything. Well, every single attack in the game has a proc coefficient between 0 and 1. So what it is that chance, that percentile, or that, what's the word? Well, that number is then multiplied by the percentile chance for the item in particular. So say, for example, I have an item where on every single attack, it has a 25% chance of proccing. And if I have an attack that has a proc coefficient of 1, 1 times 25% is 25%. So every single attack, single time I use that attack, it is a 25% chance of proccing that item. But, say I have an attack with a proc coefficient of 0.5, and I have an item that has a 30% chance of activating on attack. 30% times 0.5 equals a 15% chance of activating every time I use that attack. Now you may wonder, why would I use attacks that have such a low proc coefficient? Well, general rule of thumb is higher speed attacks, like Huntress or Commando's normal attacks, their regular attacks, have lower proc coefficients because you'll be using them a lot and you'll be attacking frequently. So it lowers the proc coefficient. While high damage attacks, such as Multi's Rebar Launcher or Grenade Launcher, have higher proc coefficients, a proc coefficient of 1, because those are slower attacks. What this does is it balances how often things will actually activate. Because, say you had a stack of items that had a 100% chance of proccing every time Commando fired, and Commando's normal attack had a proc coefficient of 1, that would be insane. I think Commando's normal attack proc coefficient is it's max 0.5. Because every time Commando attacks, every time you right-click or left-click as Commando, you fire twice. Not once, you fire twice. So that's 2 separate attacks, 2 separate instances of damage. So if each of those have a proc coefficient of 0.5, then one single left click has a proc coefficient of 0.75. Because, percentiles. If you're confused, you weren't paying attention enough in school. I'm sorry, it's just true. But this is important to know, because if you're playing a character that has a low proc coefficient, like Huntress, and you're actually it's like, oh, this item has a 20% chance of activating on hit, but I fire 5 times and it doesn't go off once. That's supposed to be 100% chance. 1, that's not how percentages work. You didn't pay attention to school. And 2, there's a reason why it's not activating all the time. Besides just, your math being wrong. Basically, Huntress and Commando are DPS. Stuff like Bandit and Multi, depending on what loadout you use, are DPH, damage per hit. Here's another little introduction. This is a Shrine of Combat. It spawns enemies. You may be wondering why you would ever want to do that. Quite simple. Start of the stage, I have no money, enemies haven't really spawned in yet. Quick way to earn some extra bucks. And it usually spawns higher tier enemies, so you get even more money for beating them. It's a good way to get some cash. Which you want. You want money. That should go without saying, but in case it didn't, you want money. It is your lifeblood. Not literally, but almost literally. On. What is this? What am I looking at? Sorry, I'm checking Discord for the moment. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's awful. Sorry. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get my Vortex Gauge in. And he'll be able to help cover things I miss. If he joins. We'll see. Ooh, yes. Aha! Here's a pressure plate. What I can do is if I can maneuver this pot on top of it. Oh, no! And, yeah, there it goes. Yep, there goes the pot. Damn it! Alright. Oh, wait, not that. Okay. I guess I should also talk about the different types of chests. There's the regular chest, like the one I just opened there. Then there's also stuff like this. This is a healing chest. A little bit more expensive than your average chest, but it'll only spawn healing items. And there's also damage chests and utility chests, which are red and purple, respectively. And, as I said, yeah, see, there's a utility chest. That's not going to spawn any item that deals damage or any item that heals. It'll spawn utility items. For instance, Repulsion Plate. What this does is it reduces the damage I take. So those are the three separate categories of item the game uses. I have a fourth category. I do damage, healing, speed, or movement, and then also utility. Because I feel like movement items should be kept in a class of their own. Because they are essential. They are direly important to gameplay. I would not consider energy drink to be on tier with, Repulsion Plate. And this is a large chest. What large chests do, nice. The thing about large chests is you cannot get a white item from a large chest. The lowest tier it'll drop is green. So it'll only drop a green or a red item. Very handy. And what's also worth mentioning is chests will drop white, green, or red items. They will not drop blue, yellow, or orange. The equipment barrels will only drop orange. They will only drop equipment items. Shrines of Chance will drop anything except lunar and boss items, except blue and yellow. So you can get a white item, a green item, a red item, or an orange item from a Shrine of Chance. Hey, yellow item, speaking of the devil. Queen's Gland, Beetle Guard. Notice how this one's a bit green? That's to easily visually indicate which one's your ally versus which ones are enemies. So we'll see if an enemy Beetle Guard spawns. Nope, just some geckos. Aha, there's one. See how this guy is kind of a brown, sort of a dull color? Mine is glossy and green. Just by looking at the two, I can very quickly point out, distinctify which one is mine. Not distinctify. Maybe. I don't know. What's what I'm thinking of. Alright. Next stage. See if I get... Rally Point Delta. Yes! I like Scorch Takers. Tab out. Alright. Got a Scrapper. Do I have anything I don't need? Not really. I like all these items. Oh, yeah. When I say items are good or bad, really what one needs to consider is that each character has a different playstyle. On top of the different utilities or different abilities you can unlock for each one, and people's just general idea of how to play, there is no distinct good or bad items. Some people will love the headset. That's fine. If you really like that item, go and use it. I'm not going to stop you. I hate it. That's my personal opinion towards it. I've never had a use for it, ever. Some people might like the Chrono Bobble. Fine, whatever. You're wrong for that one, but whatever. But it is worth keeping in mind that, different characters have more or less need for different items. For example, Huntress really benefits from Bison Steak, which gives you more max health, because she has the lowest health pool of any character in the game. She is the absolute squishiest. Therefore, she can use every bit of help she gets. So, I'm not saying stacking Bison Steak and Repulsion Plates and Shield Generators should be your number one priority as playing Huntress, but it never hurts to. The more health you have, harder you are to kill. Of course, maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe you just want to focus damage. You want to be a glass cannon. Go right ahead. Get Shaped Glass, stack Soldier Syringe, Grit Glasses, Lensmaker Glasses, and maybe some backup magazines. Go nuts. It's on you, man. But the advice I'm giving is just my personal playstyle, my way of going about things. I think it could work for anyone, but really the best way to find out, the best way to play, the best items to get, is just play yourself and decide for yourself. Because as I said, there's no objectively good or bad items, besides maybe Chrono Bobble. Every single item has its own use in a different playstyle or a different build. Go nuts, experiment, try them all out. Figure out which ones you like and which ones you don't. Then you can avoid the ones you don't like and focus on the ones you do. But as for this video, the advice I'm trying to give is based on just general knowledge you should keep in mind and know, you know? That's what I'm doing with this video. This stream, I should say. Because this is easier than just recording for several hours. It also gives me a chance to talk to people live, but I'm not a big channel, so not many people are swarming in to watch me, which is, understandable. I'm small time. There he is.
What do you want from me?
Why do you sound tired?
Because I have a massive fucking headache, and it's been persistent all day.
Cool. What I wanted was basically a second opinion in here. Because you've been a great help so far with helping me remember things. So I figured you could help give your own expertise to our prospective viewers. And I was going to ask if you want to play co-op.
Yes to the co-op. I'll give my own opinion, my objectively correct opinion. But first, let me clean up my desk a little bit.
Sure.
And two, I've got some fucking dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets in the micro.
Dino nuggets, hell yeah.
Yeah, I have them in the convection oven because I felt like eating like a king today.
Clearly you don't own an air fryer.
Fuck that shit.
Shit! I teleported the wrong direction! Shit! No! Oh my god! Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. But I was dealing with, not work-related, very, very home-related stuff that I would tell you, but you are currently streaming.
Fair enough. Maybe after I finish my stream.
Yeah. I didn't even realize that you were pinging me because I just came in here to grab my phone because I was going to listen to some music while I waited for my stuff.
Your dino nuggets.
And some cheese sticks.
Ooh, very nice. Yeah, you go get your dino nuggets. I'm going to continue this Huntress run. And I'll just continue winning.
Do you want me to make a new profile, or do you want me
No. You do your thing. I can still get the achievements for this profile.
Okay. I was gonna say that because apparently, I had to make a new profile.
Why?
My old one.
Mm-hmm.
The pizza boy, got corrupted.
How'd you manage that?
Don't know. But I loaded it up, and it said, you have to make a new profile. I'm like, let me play on this one. They're like, no, it's corrupted.
I have never heard of that before.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, but no, if your file gets corrupted, it literally just says corrupted file, and if you try to select it, it just beans you.
Nice.
I'm out.
Let's see, Huntress. 12 crowbars. Nice. Alright, well, back to what I was going to say. Do I think any unlocks for characters, any unlocked abilities are essential? Yes, most definitely. There are objective upgrades, and I think that sucks. Though, again, this may just be my personal opinion, but looking at things realistically, would you rather have one long-range, long cooldown burst of movement, or 3 successive shorter range, shorter cooldown ones that can be used in a pinch to quickly relocate yourself. This really isn't much of a question for me, and I don't imagine it's much of a choice for others to make either. But I could be wrong. I'm very often wrong about things, actually. Not when it comes to this game, but, just in general. Because, as I've said, I know everything. It's just a matter of remembering everything. It's in there somewhere. I just gotta dig it out with a spoon. Oh, here's another thing. This is my friendly Beetle Guard. If you get more than, I think, 40 meters away from a friendly item like that, like a drone or a Beetle Guard, it will teleport to you. That wasn't always the case. It is now the case. I'm very grateful for that. Oh, there. Yeah, this game is a lot different now than it was back in the initial early access release. It has changed a lot, almost entirely for the better. Almost. What does he mean by that? Well, there have been a few changes that I think we could have done without. For example, there are some items that function differently now than they originally did. That, I don't think they really needed to change all that much. The bison steak used to be fresh meat, and what it did was every time you got a kill, it would be a few seconds of health regeneration. Not bad. It's not bad to have. But I could see how people were not enthused about it. Because, I could get a few seconds of health regen, or, additional health regen, or I could get Bustling Fungus, the best healing item in the game. Or at least the best white quality healing item in the game. So they replace it with Bison Steak, which gives you 25 max health. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but this game works in rather small numbers. So 25 actually is a fair amount of health to get. So, not bad. Not bad at all. But I think I would have liked it if the bison steak was a separate item from fresh meat, rather than replacing it. So you could have both. You could have both the health regen and the max health increase. But these quibbles are very few and far between. One thing that the biggest gripe I have is just how much goddamn damage Malachite enemies do. And most elite enemies, for that matter. Welcome back.
They don't do enough.
Fuck you. Yes, they do too much.
You're wrong.
Malachite enemies... What is the point of preventing you from healing if you're dead on the spot?
Well, you can't heal if you're dead.
Exactly. So every enemy can theoretically prevent you from healing. What makes them special?
They do it faster.
I'd argue that blazing enemies can do it just as fast.
No.
Yes.
I haven't died to a blazing enemy since they updated the blazing enemy to do fucking piss damage.
To be fair, yeah, they used to be absolutely monstrous.
They used to make me actually want to not play the game.
Yeah, they were way too strong. That's a good change they made from release.
I understand trying to make them better than their Risk of Rain.
Risk of Rain 1?
Yes, their counterparts in 1, because they were really a fucking laughing stock.
Really?
Yeah, they just did a little bit more damage, and the damage over time was so fucking that you could get like 3 of the there's a white item for healing. Effectively 3 of those just laughed at him.
Yeah. I do think the basic elite enemies, the Overloading, Glacier, and Blazing enemies, are in a good spot at the moment. They used to be a lot worse off. Blazing enemies they literally did one-shot. Because this was before they added one-shot protection. A Blazing Golem was the scariest item in the game. Or not item, enemy in the game.
Yeah, I'd be scared if I picked up a Blazing Golem.
Yeah, imagine you open a chest and it just pops its head out and lasers your face off. Oh, nice. I got an Aegis from one of those slot machine chests.
I don't know. I hold the belief that I think 1 had some really good balancing, and I do like some of the items. I really wish they'd come back.
Yeah, this is another reason I wanted you here, Gage, is because you are far more of an expert on Risk Rain 1 than I am. So you're more qualified to make comparisons to the first game and comments about it in general. Because you've 100%ed it, haven't you?
Yep. Oh, I thought you invited me because of Smelly Nerd who... For the people watching this VOD, because you actually... I'm gonna say this right now. I think streaming on YouTube has helped you because you've had consistently more viewers than on Twitch.
I haven't seen that many viewers from the 2 times I have.
Last time you streamed on YouTube, you had a peak of, I think, 7 viewers. 6 or 7.
Not bad, but not many interacted, so I couldn't tell.
Oh, true.
But that's the case with all streamers everywhere, regardless of their view count. Yeah. You'll have a guy with like 30,000 viewers and maybe about 100 people consecutively chatting.
I mean,
I watch people on Twitch every now and then. I watch people stream live. I don't often comment in chat unless I feel there's something I wanted to say.
I mean, I was on a... What the fuck?
You were on...
I've only watched one, like, massive streamer. Because, like, what would you say is, like, big enough to be big?
I'd say over 1,000 viewers is my grounds for big.
I mean, I've been in I've been in some 400 person viewers, and we maybe have like 50 people interacting.
Another Tesla coil, nice.
So my messages got read. I used to watch a Minecraft streamer, and he consistently got 600 people. Maybe like 20 people actually interacted because most of the people on there were too fucking stupid to figure out how to speak, I presume. So my messages always got read, and
yeah, not everyone's going to interact in chat. I understand that. Yeah, I would appreciate if they did, because that's my real draw in streaming, is I like interacting with viewers.
But I'll say this. When you go from watching streamers with low view counts, because I like low count streamers.
Yeah, they actually care.
Okay, they're really fun to watch sometimes. But sometimes I do gotta dip on them because it's like, Jesus Christ, you're the dumbest man alive, or hey, you stream to be funny, or commentate. Don't fucking fluoride stare at the screen and say nothing. Like that fucking bumps the shit out of me when people they don't say anything. They just turn on a webcam and stare.
Well,
who can do who can do shit like that? Fucking Germa with fucking 20,000 viewers on a stream, because it's probably a fucking bit or something.
Yeah.
but there's gonna be context, but it's not the whole fucking stream.
Okay, maybe. Okay, do you actually watch Germa? Do you keep up with him nowadays?
I've been in his stream once.
Okay, well maybe you could. You're more educated on him than I am, so maybe you could fill me in on something I heard. I heard. I don't know if it's a meme or this is true. Something about him going into debt over a joke.
Yes.
What's the deal with that?
Okay, so I don't remember exactly how it started. However, he said he will give out, I believe, 50 million tier 1 Twitch subs.
50 million.
50 million. I think it was either Twitch subs or 50 million, equivalent of $50 million in Twitch subs.
So that's what? 10 million tier 1 subs? Jesus Christ.
I gotta pull this up now.
Why would he do that?
Because he said that he is effectively guaranteed to pass this challenge.
So wait, it was like, if I don't do this, then I'll give out the subs?
Yeah.
And he didn't do it.
He failed.
What the fuck? What challenge was it that he was so cocksure he could manage?
Let me pull it up.
Okay,
There's a website, a $2.5 billion debt.
2.5 billion?
On November 8th, 2020, there was a bet made between him and Chat, and he promised to give away 500 million subs if he lost the bet.
Jesus Christ.
Now, in case you didn't know, he's not rich enough to have.
No, I didn't think he was.
So instead, they just do challenges over a certain amount of money
to reduce that debt, huh?
To reduce that debt, but if he fails it,
it adds it.
It adds to it.
Yeah.
So to pull it up.
So basically, it's like being in debt to the mafia, where they have you do shit for the family in exchange for getting some amount reduced on the amount you owe them. That sucks. I feel so bad for Germa.
Well, I mean, it keeps up some content.
It does, yeah. But I mean, even if it is as a joke, I could imagine having that kind of weight pressing down on you. I mean, I'm sure I've mentioned this before, but I have about 20 grand in hospital debt at the moment.
Simply blow up the hospital.
I think that would make things worse.
Anyways, there is actually a website that tracks his debt in real time.
Fucking nice.
Debt.germa.io.
Debt.germa. Okay. Anyway, Jesus Christ, getting off this. Oh, good headset. Fuck me.
Anyways,
getting off this topic because this is not conducive. This is not conducive to the point of the stream.
I gotta say one thing because you did ask.
Okay, what thing?
I think my favorite one was when he played Deal or No Deal, and he said, if he gets in the bottom half, he will double his debt, which was about $3 billion at the time.
Did he?
And then proceeded to have the $5 draw and added $3 billion on that debt.
Nice. It's a good thing he doesn't actually owe any money to anyone, or else I could never see him paying back anything, because he seems too stupid to manage.
Here, I'll put the accurate number in Discord for you.
Sure. Anyway, getting back to the topic of the stream, the whole point of this, talking about Risk of Rain. Yes, so can you think of anything, any like crucial information you would give to new players that I've not covered so far?
I don't know what you covered in your first 30 minutes because I had to go pick my sister up for some reason.
It was a lot of basic information. I'll give one extra tidbit here, is don't try to get everything done in one run. Don't try and get all the challenges straight away. Some challenges are so fucked up, it is damn near impossible you're going to intentionally unlock them. They are very fucking difficult. Some are like just cruel levels of difficult. It is horrible. One for, I think, is it Mercenary or Huntress? No, it's Huntress, right? Where you have to complete a prismatic trial without dropping below 100% health.
Fuck it. I'll open up my logbook.
Yeah, just look that one up for me. Now, I've unlocked everything, and it took a lot of fucking effort and a lot of fucking hours. For example, I have almost 600 hours in this game. So, it took me a long time. So, there's one for Mercenary where you have to go so long without touching the ground. That's a good challenge, because it requires using all of his abilities to stay airborne. That's a good challenge. You could get that one on accident, or you could do it intentionally.
Yeah, one of Huntress is
Prismatic Trial.
Finish the third stage without taking damage.
Oh, that's not a Prismatic Trial. That's just get past the third stage without ever taking damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pain in the ass. That's... I mean, granted... Mercenary is
Prismatic Trial.
Yeah.
Which, honest to God, fuck that.
They're both obnoxiously hard. Now, I will admit that both are definitely challenges of skill. You're not going to get those on accident. You have to make a concentrated effort to beat those. That's a good idea in theory. However, fuck me, that's really difficult to do.
I do want to ask, when was the last time you saw a scavenger?
Damn, it's been a while.
I haven't seen them since like a little bit after the 1.0 update. I haven't seen an actual scavenger, and I'm getting worried.
Where is he? Is he all right? Is he safe? No, he's still in the game.
Yeah, I know he's still in the game, but is his spawn on?
No. He does still spawn, but I think what they did was they increased his value, so he only spawns later stages, like 10 and up stage.
I used to have to I only used to see him on stage 10. Now I don't even see him past that.
Yeah, I mean, he's still, he only starts to spawn around there, but I think just with the increased value, it's become even less likely. If you can get to stage 20 without seeing him, definitely contact Hapu, put up some missing posters. I saw this one guy stream this game recently, post-anniversary update. Dumb Swedish scab named Albino. He's really fucking bad at the game, but he's also very popular, so he had a lot of people watching. And I saw 3 scavengers spawn at once in one of his runs. So, no, he's still in the game. Don't worry about Scav. He's still here somewhere. He's just a bit shy, I guess.
I do like how the Void Reaver is just a big fucking crab.
Yeah, it's a crab. The Tactical Suicide Crab. Though, really, linguistically speaking, the Tactical Suicide enemy would be the Jellyfish.
Just like real jellyfish, like I said.
Jellyfish don't explode.
Where the fuck do you live?
Where do you live that jellyfish explode? What are you, in Australia?
No.
No, that's right. You're in fucking Arkansas. Home of many jellyfish.
I've illegally entered Florida.
Well, maybe in Florida. I never saw any jellyfish in Florida. I'm assuming they're about the size of the Wandering Vagrant. Alright, so I'm going to Obliterate for this run to unlock Mercenary, then I'll join you for Coop. I do like how they changed the Stone Titan's laser. How it's no longer, if it's, like, once it's locked, it's permanently locked. Like, you can actually, if it starts off locked on you, you can actually get out of it. I do appreciate that.
God, I remember when that had fucking 1,000,000% fucking aim and tracking.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I don't care how fast you're moving.
I could get the original intention. It was just like, you need to get out of the way, but it's also kind of a fuck you if the player didn't manage to get out of the way in time. As it is now, it's a major threat if you're not paying attention. Which is really how it should be. Just, the game requires your attention. In the early stages, at least. A really powerful combination that I hadn't considered until I used it recently was Hellfire Tincture and Razor Wire. That's a very powerful combination. And you can spice it up even more with the Relic of Frost.
Oh, you mean the disposable missile launcher and 20 stacks of fuel?
Even better, the disposable missile launcher and the Gesture of the Drowned.
And one Gesture of the Drowned?
Yeah.
Did you know if you actually stack all of those together, it just becomes your primary fire?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's fucking hilarious. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
How long is it going to take you to obliterate?
I'm on stage 7, so next stage.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Hey, you're on the front page of YouTube.
Well, that's just because you actually watch my fucking videos.
No, it's because you're live.
Oh, well, that too. Yeah, I doubt, like, people besides you are actually getting recommended this stream right now. Like I said, I'm not a big guy. I don't have many. Yeah, I'm not very popular. What is
okay.
What?
Nothing.
Okay. But what's the mercenary video at now? Like 6,000 views?
6 billion views.
6 brillion. Yeah.
I mean, you had 32 views on your trying something new stream.
Yeah, and I guess that number will only go up now that it's a VOD.
Hold on. How many views do you think your mercenary video has?
I think it's 16,000.
17,000.
Oh, hey, look at that. I genuinely have no idea why so many people are watching that video. I thought it was because I used Corpiclani music and it was a bunch of Finnish people. Turns out it's a very small minority, just like the Finns.
Finland isn't real.
No, there's a 50% chance of it being real.
Yeah, but I asked Lech. You know, the king of 50-50 chances.
He said it's not
He
real.
said it isn't. He said it's not real. And I'll have to
Really?
take his word for it.
I don't know. I've seen evidence to the contrary.
Yeah?
Or do you think this is some big conspiracy, like how
I think it's...
how flat earthers believe Australia isn't real?
Yeah, I subscribe to the idea that Denmark isn't real. And
Yep.
you're actually just in a different snowy fucking country. They actually just send you to Sweden every single time. They catch you off guard and they send you to Sweden.
Oh god, not Sweden. What's worse, Sweden or Brazil?
I think the YouTube algorithm requires that I have to say Brazil.
I think getting sent to Sweden
This
is
isn't...
worse.
I'm gonna be real with you. I respect your YouTube channel a lot more than your Twitch.
Wait, you think I can actually get in trouble with YouTube for saying that?
Yes.
Oh. I retract
Susan
that
Wojak.
statement. I have. Oh yeah.
Susan
I have the
Jill-
utmost respect for the Swedish people, and everything that they do there. Like,
Dude,
Swedish.
nice. You got the best item.
Hapu feather.
No, you
Oh.
unlocked it. I'm
The quail. Yeah.
I'm a few seconds. The quail, best item in the game.
Why do you like the quail so much?
This is fucking hilarious. I wish I was rich enough to collect vinyls.
Pop vinyls?
No, like vinyls, records.
Oh, records.
'Cause,
I
like,
gotta wonder, can you even see me when I lean back in my chair like this?
yes,
Just
I
barely.
can see your big fucking head.
It's very hard not to see my big fucking head. Alright, stage 8. Celestial Orb. Yeah, there's another thing for new players. If you loop, the Celestial Orb will begin to appear, which will take you to what was originally the end of your run, before they added the final stage and the final boss, which is the Moment Fractured, where you can obliterate at the obelisk. I'll show what that's like. Now, I don't think this was always the case, but how it is now is the Celestial Orb is guaranteed to spawn on stage 8. Meaning after the 8th teleporter event, it is guaranteed to spawn. And if you don't go through it then, it will spawn randomly every few stages afterwards.
It used to. It started on stage 8.
Yeah, but I don't think it was guaranteed on stage
Never
8.
guaranteed now.
Yeah. Oh
They
my
changed-
god.
I think they changed it because I think there's an achievement related to obliterating.
Yeah, that's how you unlock Mercenary.
They never changed it. I thought it was just beat the game.
No, Mercenary is specifically from obliterating.
Weird.
Yeah. No, unlocking Captain
Oh,
is
fucking
from
shit.
beating the game. What?
I just fucking look. I'm probably like a few seconds delayed. But I just saw you go from full to like 200
Yeah.
HP.
Yeah, Alloy Vultures. Here's another one for you, my students. Alloy Vultures suck. They deal a shit ton of damage and can be very difficult to pin down due to their erratic flight. But again, like most other enemies, the key is to remain mobile.
The key is to just simply never let them play.
There are very few enemies in the game with hit scan weapons. So, since every single other enemy uses projectile attacks, you can actually avoid them.
Who the fuck? I know the Titans technically have hit scan, but that's
The Titan
I mean,
Laser, the Clay Templar machine gun, the floater Lunar Chimera, and their machine gun attacks. The Wisps are hit scan. They're just not like
Yes.
a full auto. The Wisps are hit scan. And
I could have swore they weren't.
no, they
You
are.
can-
They're hit scan.
If they hit you, they scan you.
Yeah. Or at least, actually, they might not be. I'll have to double check. Last I
think-
remember, they are. Though I may be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But I know Clay Templar. I know the Titan Laser is. And
Look,
I
I've
know
done
the Lunar Chimera is.
around. I've downloaded some mods to just fuck with the engine. So a lot of things I can say about some shit is like, yeah, that's just something I have observed, and I'm pretty sure it's a projectile, but it's a fast-moving projectile.
Yeah.
Dude, nice boss drop.
This is Theo's best friend.
Fucking imp, no, the imp
Oh.
just fucking shit us up.
Yeah. Well, he just does that, you know. Alright. Where'd I park my teleporter? There it is.
Things that upset me a little bit.
God, yeah, okay. Huntress's alternate teleport, her other blink, is so much fucking better. No, it is so much better. Because once you get a lot of speed increasing items, her big teleport will send you all the way across the fucking map. Like, look at that! Look at how far it sent me. That's ridiculous. Oh, here's another tip for you, my prospective students. Don't be afraid to turn down your settings. Late game, when you have a lot of different enemies that can spawn in all at once, it is very common for your frame rate to start to tank. So don't be afraid to turn it down, just so you can get...
Yeah, if you got a cool computer.
I mean, I have a pretty alright computer. It runs it very smoothly at even max settings on the initial stages. Late game, though, it can chug. Where'd that other... Oh, he's over there. There he is.
Yo, I got to experience being you today.
Really? You got a
Yeah.
big head?
No. So, I went to the art museum known as Crystal Bridges
Okay.
to walk the trails because they won't let you fucking go to the museum unless you purchase a free ticket to go in.
Purchase a free ticket?
Yes.
Actually, no, since I'm going to obliterate, I may as well unlock fireworks. I'm just going to wait for this to actually... Finish! Oh, shit!
So I walked the trails and I drank a bit of water, and then I went back inside and said, damn, I gotta fucking piss. And took a fucking, 20-second piss.
Okay.
Dude, nice urn.
And? How's that being me?
Well, I got back in my car, drove about a mile, and said, damn, I gotta piss again.
Oh.
I literally had to take 4 different fucking bathroom breaks on the way home.
How much water did you drink?
A liter.
Nice. 2.
What?
3.
2. 4? What the
5.
hell are you... What?
You'll see. 6. Oh, there it is. 7. I now have 13 Chrono Bobbles. I will slow you to a literal halt. Oh wait, no I won't, because Chrono Bobble doesn't stack like that. If it did, it might actually be useful.
But, yeah, no, I don't know why I had to take fucking that many goddamn fucking, kiss breaks.
You drank a lot of water, that's why.
Yeah, but they were all 20 seconds a piece.
Oh. And now, we have Mercenary. The best character, by far. Don't at me. Take a break to look at the logbook and all the things I unlocked.
Wait, did you get the logbook on the map?
No, I didn't. God damn it. I'm not gonna read all these with you guys. You can read these.
I can't even read.
Y'all can pause and read these at your own leisure. Or you can just, I do like the medkit one, the reference to Enforcer. When are we gonna get him in the game, Hapu?
Never. Well,
oh, we don't know how to work out his unique mechanic with his shield. Some modder did.
yeah, but they should put a better character in the game first.
You don't like Enforcer? Now, I'm not saying they should integrate the stuff from Starstorm 2, but my god, I love playing Nemesis Enforcer.
Look, I'm just saying that of all the original characters in Risk of Rain,
You want Chef.
I think they should add Handy.
Why Handy?
I think this game needs more robots.
Well, why not
Play a little-
Chef?
I don't know. He was a late game ad. Handy was always in the game.
Yeah, wasn't it that with Chef, they just randomly decided to add a new character one day? Like, no announcement, no heads up, just add him.
No, they dropped a...
They dropped
If
a...
I'm right, but keep in mind I purchased this game after everything was added.
Oh, you were late to get into.
Yeah.
Strain 1.
I believe Loader and Chef were both added because they said, let's add some more shit, and then they said, that's it.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to my main profile. No, my main profile, the one with 565 hours on it.
Anyways, would you like to know an interesting fact about Loader?
Sure.
So the original Loader in Risk of Rain 1 was female.
Yes. So is this
And then
one.
they changed it to male.
Wait, for Risk Rain 1? Like in Risk Rain 1?
Yeah. Risk of Rain 1.1, they added Loader, and then in 1.2, they changed it to male. So the text at the end of the game read he instead of she, and there's no fucking reason why. And I think that's hilarious.
You sure that was intentional, not just an oversight they never corrected?
What?
The text saying he instead of she?
No, it was actually intentional.
Why?
They changed it from she to he and her to his.
Why? I don't
know.
Oh. They just decided to. I'm gonna play Mercenary to express why he is the best.
Cool, I'll play the actual best character.
Why'd you pick Acrid then?
You're right. I'm gonna play multi.
Did you unlock power mode for him?
Yes.
What do you think of power mode?
I don't fucking play multi enough to even... I got it, and then said, fuck this, and then never... Who the fuck keeps texting me? God, just kidding, I'm actually gonna play the greatest class of all time, the Texan. Let's go.
Fuck it, I'll play multi. Because I actually enjoy playing him now that he has his power mode.
Now that he's bad, lol.
Now that he's good, what do you mean?
Here, take it, it's all yours.
What? Oh, that chest? I don't have enough for it.
No, not the chest.
What?
The fuel array.
Oh, no, I'm good. I've already unlocked Rex.
Yeah, no. You think I know this game? Fuck no. I barely know this game.
No, you know Risk Rain 1. I know Risk Rain 2. Fuck you.
That's it. I'm getting the fungus.
Damn, son, should have picked a character with movement abilities.
That's okay, I'll get the healing chest. And then get the fungus!
Bungus!
I fucking knew it! What the fuck just happened there? Throw my fucking balls at someone. It simply phases through him. This beetle was just built different. You know, in context to not this game, but my game, I'm realizing how close we are to coming to, like, the fucking end of it.
Cool.
And that's why I'm gonna torture you all with exactly 1 month of a hiatus.
After next session?
No. I have a story plot point to fucking throw a hiatus at everyone.
Cool.
Don't worry, I'll drag everyone off in individualities to give everyone some fucking actual fucking broken shit. And on top of that, I thought it'd just be funny if I actually like there are some abilities that I think are actually fucking hell, thank you. There's 1 or 2 of those.
Some abilities.
Some abilities I just don't like how they work. What the fuck?
You fucking asshole!
I fucking ran away from it. He goes, it's yours.
You stole my fucking magazine, you dick!
Here, I'll kill this man. Another one? You want to add 2? You want to add 2 shrines?
Sure.
You think I wanted that, by the way?
No, that's why I'm upset you stole it.
That's why I'm upset. Here, I'll give you this healing chest.
Sounds
Yours.
great.
You get the bison.
Yeah, I get more max health when I'm playing the character with the most max health. Great. Cool.
And now I'll stay 5. I'll stay fucking 10 feet away from you. Can you murder something? Or find me something to murder? Ah! There. Thank you. Now I have a drone.
I was gonna say for your game, could you throw us, but more or less me, a break and maybe tone down the damage the minions deal?
No.
I shouldn't be more afraid of getting hit by minions than the boss.
See, you think that, however, you're forgetting... Oh, it's a healing drone. I was trying to figure out what the fuck kind of drone that was. No. I just hit you with, like, fucking 30 attacks. And then you take all that damage.
Okay, well, can they have less attacks?
They get 1.
Okay. Can you tone down their damage then?
No. It's called a fucking multiplying stack.
To be fair, the balance in your game and Carlos's game, even more so, has never been... Well, they've been non-existent.
There's some balance in my game, shut up.
Some.
Yeah.
But it's basically like high-end version of what base D&D balancing is.
Ah, yes! Go, my 2 drones. And now I will throw...
Go, me, to the fucking skybox.
Holy gamoly, this man's gonna fucking melt in 5 seconds. How many...
Oh, here I go again.
Oh, I'm dead.
As am I. Fuck.
Why the fuck are we playing on Monsoon when you both know that I'm fucking shit? These if I'm so fucking bad. Here, I'll heal, and then I'll hyper heal. I'm out of here. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
The Bungus Strike gets countered by Titans punching you into the skybox.
Okay. My drones will do all the fucking work while I stand around and do jack 2 shit. How the fuck is my healing... How the fuck is my turret still alive? How? Someone explain.
Bungus. Are you lagging?
No.
It looks like you're lagging. Okay, you're dead. You got like 3 health.
Sorry, I simply choose. How the fuck did I spawn over here? Get away from me. I am actually about to just beat the fucking Titans by simply using the great. Look at the fucking. Look at my goddamn turrets. The fucking MVPs.
Yeah, Bungus.
Fucking 16,000 health. Dead. Die. Cannot do anything. They're not even sitting next to each other. Keep that in mind. They're not even next to each other.
Bungus. Oh shit,
Oh
there's
my
your
God.
6 fucking infusions. You're gonna have more
baby.
health than me.
Now I can have infuse. I like this iteration of infusion much better.
What was the previous iteration of infusion?
So there was no cap on it, and each stack, rather than increasing your cap, which is, you know, the drawback, was instead you gained +1 per stack.
Oh, nice.
So, simply vibing, you could get like 20 of them, and every kill gave you 20 HP.
Goddamn. That's busted.
And then they nerfed it.
I kind of want to end this run because I hate playing multi.
No,
No.
this is a fact of life. Anyways, they changed it with an update. The 1.3, 1.4 update? I
Hey,
can
come stand next to me. Thank you. Alright, Blue Orb. We get to go see Gary. You want to use it?
Yeah, give me 1 second. Boop.
So they fixed infusion eventually?
Yeah, they changed it from +1 per stack to a whopping +0.5 per stack. So now you needed 40 infusions to break the game. There still wasn't a fucking limit. Well,
That seems like the first response should have been put a cap.
no. God, yeah, no. They just put the cap in this game. They said, fuck it. We'll balance this.
Well, at least, you know, they eventually learned their lesson.
God, those drones are scary as shit.
So what would you say your favorite new item is in this game?
The Milky Chrysalis. Next question.
Fuck you. Seriously, though.
I don't know. I haven't really thought about it.
You haven't really thought what items are in this game that weren't in the last?
No, I just haven't. Because I know if I say it, you'll scream at me really, really loud.
Why?
I actually really like the wax quail. I think it's the fucking goofiest green. It's the goofiest green item by
I just
far.
really like that quail.
But it's also my favorite utility. Because unlike the other movement items, this one only helps you when you're sprinting.
Well, energy drink.
Yeah, but you also have to
Increases
jump.
You just really like the wax quail.
Aw, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going bleed damage now. Chance to bleed? That's my third one.
Goddamn.
Yeah. Broken on engineer. I only get 8 attacks that have a chance to bleed. Seriously.
And also your turrets each get a chance to bleed.
Did you not see that fucking Stone Titan? I whacked him twice with 16 attacks, and he was at 7 fucking bleeds. Absolutely fucking terrifying.
Yeah. Alright, well, here's a question for you. What item from the first game do you want brought into this one?
Ancient Scepter.
Yeah, I figured you'd say that.
Honest to God, one of the best items in the game because I think it adds to some late game run viability, and I think especially with.
Have you tried the mod for Ancient Scepter?
Yes, I have. Remember,
What do
it's
you
on
think of the changes?
I think they're pretty neat.
Yeah.
You know, nothing too crazy.
Oh, hey, there's Bungus over here.
Who needs speed when I have the viability of being a goddamn fucking plant?
Who needs speed when you can be a tank?
I do appreciate that the fungus stack not only
Increases the healing, but the radius.
Yeah. What the fuck killed both my fucking... Oh my god. Watch out. Something decided to instantly fucking murder both my sentries at the exact same time.
Where were they?
Next to the Shrine of Blood.
It was a brass contraption.
An ass contraption.
Exactly. Oh no, not the Beetle Queen. I'm so scared.
God damn it. You didn't even pick up that chest, you dummy.
What chest? Oh, I didn't see it there.
You passed it.
I didn't see
You
it.
had to. Now to add Hyper Bleed. I actually need some soldier syringes so I can...
So do I.
I'm dead.
No, you're not. Stand still.
Oh, that's right.
Just instantly back to full.
It's...
Meanwhile, I'm over here just banking on not taking much damage in the first place.
But, I think, why the fuck are there two of them?
'Cause there's two of us. Next question.
When they make that change?
Besides the Ancient Scepter, though, if you could pick a different item.
Actually, kind of a difficult question.
Would it be the drill from Gurren Lagann?
No.
I think that one wouldn't work too well in a three-dimensional space. Besides, Commando already has an attack that does that.
I don't know. I think, the jetpack.
Nah, the jetpack. Which one? The rusty jetpack or the...
I think either of them would be cool. The prototype is pretty interesting.
Jesus Christ, what a pain.
Hold on. You can have the other one.
Sure. Let me know when you're ready.
Hold on. I had to go pick up that war banner that you left.
That's actually pretty good for you.
It's not like I moved.
Yeah. You you want to go the void cells? The void fields?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Something got. I'll play Heretic.
Hell yes! Ho 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 ho!
What? They got one of those.
Yeah.
I'll take all.
And just trade all your infusions.
Yes. That doesn't drop your max HP. Keep that in mind. It only drops the cap of my infusions.
Nice. Nice. Now my explosives are explosive.
Cool. Let me continuously shuffle this so I can play.
Wait. There's one. There's two actually.
I don't need it. Well, I'm fucking joking with you. I'm joking with you. It's just a prank, bro. It's just a prank. I think it's weird.
You don't like Heretic?
I think it's weird.
I've played Heretic twice. Both times I nearly completed the run, but fucked myself at the last second. First time I fought Mithrix. That's a mistake. Don't do that. Second mistake, I got to the moment fractured. Missed the last jump. Fell all the way down. Respawned up at 1 health. And then died from the constant damage she takes.
Lol. I'm not gonna say. There is a spoiler. If you fight Mithras, it's Heretic.
I know he has unique dialogue. I don't know what the spoiler is. I do want to do that though. Does Heretic get like a different final cutscene or?
No, they're all the same.
Okay.
I was gonna say, would you be okay if I revealed a fucking hyper hidden quirk because I fucking doubt your ass is ever gonna get it?
I'm gonna say no just because I'm streaming.
Okay.
After this run, I'll end the stream and then you can tell me.
Okay. I still can't believe it. I know. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Hit tab. You'll cry.
What am I looking at?
My items.
Yeah, and?
I got 2 reds
Wait, when'd you get Soulbound Catalyst?
on the last stage.
I didn't even notice.
Oh yeah!
I should have left that for you to pick up.
Another war banner! Can't believe it. Warning, stone golems have been released from the cell.
Oh god, fast golems!
Can you give me a second to fucking get in there?
These golems are faster than you now.
It's okay.
Oh fuck.
Now that I get a level by instantly killing this man.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god!
I didn't care. Sorry. Hey, we're in the water.
Just power walks up to you.
God, I told you about my strange interaction last night.
Yeah, the guy who said you were a beta,
Yeah.
not understanding that your whole motif.
He called me a beta male, and...
Was it really just some random guy, or did you know him?
No, I've been talking to him for a while.
Okay.
He also asked me if I was unironically or ironically gay, and I actually had to ask, how the fuck are you fucking unironic? How are you ironically gay?
How do you unironically gay? I thought everyone was joking.
I said, how the fuck do you ironically be gay? And he goes, are you doing this for attention, or do you actually want someone to stick a fucking dick in your ass?
Well?
Imps.
Well? What's the answer?
Both. I'm always looking for attention.
And a dick in the ass.
Well, yeah, too.
Understandable. Well, that's weird. So what'd you do?
Constantly yelled at him because it was fucking 5 in the goddamn fucking morning. Why are you calling me at 5 in the morning?
Where's this guy live? Like what time zone? What time zone is it?
1 hour ahead of me.
What
so,
the fuck? He calls you at 6 in the morning.
Keep in mind, I have not heard a single word from him in the past 2 weeks.
So he just calls you up out of nowhere. Like I gotta know. Is he an ironic gay?
I need to know. I didn't ask him. He asked me.
Yeah, that's why he called you. He woke up in a cold sweat. He had to know.
Yeah, but he also asked me things. Anyways, where the fuck is
things you can't mention because I'm streaming?
Kinda.
Nice.
He said a lot of things. He said a very, very specific thing that if I were to repeat what he said, your YouTube channel would be deleted before I finished the sentence.
Okay, well, you know what? I think for the most part here, I think I've covered about everything I was planning on covering. I'll probably keep streaming Risk Rain 2 on Twitch and on YouTube and save Twitch for other games that people are like TF2 because on TF2 I've got more of a following for. On Twitch, I've more of a following for TF2. On YouTube, I've more of a following for Risk of Rain 2. So, I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you, everyone, for coming out and watching. Take care. And like I said, if you have any questions that I didn't answer or just any inquiries as to the game,